Blessed one. Helpless. Why exactly? Intended in its original setting. Buddha sat under the Bodhi tree. Disciple establishment service. Devoutly and respectfully ask the Buddha to begin. Buddha points to the courtyard. The mud alley that has just been established. Look at the Buddha. What does he look like in your eyes? Shariputra has a merciful face. Bodhisattva in a kasaya. Buddha asked his disciples to fetch a bucket of water. Splashed into the mud alley, soil softens with water. Blurred face. Gradually collapsed. What does he look like now? Sharifa was stunned. He is not what he used to be. Turned into a puddle of mud. This is formless. Buddha's gaze swept over his disciples. This mud phase is shaped by the soil. Polymerized by chance. Bodhisattva. It gets wet in contact with water. And that's true of everything in the world. The mountains and rivers you see. Vegetable portrait. Nothing is not a temporary form of karmic thinning. There is no fixed appearance. He looked at setting up a service. If you cling to him, you are the perfect bodhisattva. He will regret seeing him collapse. But if you know that he is earth, no fixed phase, we are not troubled by the change of appearance. Away from everything, to see its essence. This is the profound meaning of Wuxiang. Sharifa was thoughtful. The disciple beside him couldn't help but interject. How can we understand the helplessness of Zun? Our hearts can't help but be beautiful. Nice song. How can I keep my heart from being trapped by these? Buddha takes out a delicate glass bottle. The bottle contains various colored orbs, shining brightly in the sun. The disciple's eyes were instantly attracted by the orb. The Buddha handed the glass bottle to the Sharifu. You hold him tight. What's on your mind right now? The disciple is looking at the orb in the bottle. I just think they are dazzling. Shariah truthfully achieved. Buddha asked him to put down the glass bottle, pointing to the weeds in the far corner. And look at the grass. What's on your mind? Set up symbol to see. Glancing at weed, he shook his head and said, no special thought. This is the reason why the mind is focused on the rest. The color of glass beads, the shape of vegetation, the sound of singing. It's all triggered by color, sound, and fragrance. Your heart persists and retains its luster. Dragged by him. If your heart always stays in these external places, greed grows when you see good things. When you hear evil words, you will be sincere. If you want to be confused, you will fall into delusion. He raised his hand and touched Sharifa's eyebrows helplessly. Let your heart be like a cloud in the sky. Do not covet a certain sky. Not clinging to a certain shape. Foreign circulation. The heart is never set anywhere. So that you can stay still. Free from distractions. Sharifa was just about to speak. Another disciple came forward and asked the Blessed One. Does it mean that we have practiced for many years? In the end, you can't get anything? What's the point of such penance? This sentence touched the hearts of many disciples. Everyone was waiting for the Buddha's answer. Buddha walks to the kitchen board in the courtyard. Tell the disciple that you go and water the vegetable seedlings. Although the disciple is puzzled, I still picked up the bucket and poured it seriously. After watering, he wiped his sweat and asked the master disciple if it was over. What do you get when the Buddha asks you to water? Do you want to get a reward from the vegetable seedlings? The disciple was taken aback. I just thought that the vegetable seedlings needed water and handed it over. That's nothing. Buddha's eyes are as deep as an abyss. It seems to be able to understand the obsession in everyone's heart. You water it in accordance with the law of the growth of vegetable seedlings, not in return for a bountiful harvest. The same is true of practice. Nothing is not nothing. It's not to give birth to me to get body. I want to cultivate a turbid heart that is fruitful. He looked at the disciples. If you always think that I want to become a Buddha, I am obsessed with the result of becoming a Buddha. If you cling to the merits of practice, Trapped by merit. These obsessions will become obstacles to the path of practice. Nothing but nothing. Drop the pair. Cut the greed for balls in all realms. Just focus on the current practice. Compliant boya emptiness. Instead, you can achieve body unconsciously. Silence in the courtyard. Sharifu looked at the bodhisattva figure that had turned into soil. Suddenly understand, I used to be obsessed with the words of the scriptures. It misses the true meaning of the scriptures. Remembering that I am always complacent because others praise me. Depressed by criticism from others. It is because the heart is forged outside. Before, I was always anxious that my cultivation progress was slow. It is the obsession with what you get that is too deep. When to salute. Disciple understands. The disciples also got up to pray. The confusion in my heart before, like a mist blown away by the Chen wind. Later, the Sharifa followed the teachings of the Buddha. No longer attached to appearances. Not trapped outside. Not seeking results. Kin family practice. And the other disciples in the Jingshi. Also guided by these three no's. Steady progress on the path of practice. The pool of soil in the courtyard. It was later used to nourish vegetable fins. It grew exceptionally strong vegetables. Just like the state of mind that lets go of obsession. It always breeds the purest wisdom.